weight, right? So you just need a weight. So I thought I picked up a 2.5, but turns out I picked up a 1.25. Hey ho, that's okay. And then I've got a dumbbell as well, which is, what's this one? This one's a 4K. I might use whichever, okay? So we're gonna be based down on the floor, and it's all gonna focus into the core, yeah? So, and that's all you really need. If you have, if your lower back tends to arch when you do core exercises, what might be handy is a small towel, like a hand towel. We can fold that up and just put that under the bottom, and that'll just help you to stabilize through the pelvis, particularly if you're like really lordotic, so you know, like the arch here. So if you're really archy and you find that that's quite a challenge when you're working out and it kind of pushes your abdomen forwards, to tilt that back, we can use a small towel under the bum. So if you want to get one of those, then that's fine as well. Otherwise, you just need yourself and a weight. If you don't have a weight, a bottle of squash, a bottle of water, can of beans, anything really that's just, what we're looking to do is we're looking to alter your center of gravity. So like my bottle, yeah, we want to alter the center of gravity. So right now my center of gravity is here. If I take the water bottle over there, my center of gravity is being pulled that way, but I'm having to use my stabilizer muscles, my core muscles, to pull my body back to maintain my center of gravity, right? So that's what we're looking for. So it doesn't even have to be a mega heavy weight. You can if you want to, as long as you're safe. But really it's all about some momentum or some moments, as in the physics of shifting the center of gravity so that we create stabilization activation. All right, ooh, what have we got? What have we said? Ah, cool. Alrighty. So for my lovely, lovely ladies who do this on demand, doing it on the catch-up, awesome effort, I love it. If you are doing, because I know quite a few of you are doing your 30-day ab challenge as well, whoop to you girls. Now, are you feeling it? If you are, just be mindful that we're doing an abs workout today, okay? Terry, you're doing the 30-day challenge, aren't you? How is that going for you? That's what I want to know. Okay. So, yeah, that's what we're up to. What time are we on? Let's start the timer. Because you know what I'm like, I am wickedly naughty. And I go over all the time because I get too excited, have too much fun, and then I'm like, whoopsie, planned a 30 minutes and it's 50 minutes later. I promise I won't, I promise. I'll be good. Your abs are sore. Be gentle, okay? Be gentle. It's not crazy length of workout. It's not crazy fast or anything like that. We are focusing on isometric holds a lot of the time. So that being the staticness of the abdominal area. Yeah. So because we want to activate abs, we want to activate your stabilizers of the spine, the obliques and everything. So just think quality and form over weight and quantity. Yeah. All right. Shall we go? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Do you know, I might even use my water bottle, why not? Okay, so we're coming down to the floor. Have whatever weights you've got or you're going to use nearby, but we're just going to start off with some movement. So we're lying flat on the back to start with, and we're going to take the belly button and pulling the belly button down. All right, I'm not playing music tonight, by the way, or for this workout, so if you want to hit pause here, sort out some music that you fancy listening to or whack it on your telly or whatever, then you're very welcome to do that. You are your own DJ today. So all we're doing right now is we're thinking about belly button, we're pulling that down, we're feeling the connection of the lower back pressing into the floor. So you know I said about that little towel, quite handy sometimes. If in this position here, so belly button is pulled down and we're pressing the back, if you cannot feel fleshy butt cheeks, back of hips, the lumbar spine, so your lower back, all the way to kind of where your bra strap is, if that whole area is not in contact with the floor, because you have an arch in the back, placing that towel under your tailbone might be helpful. So that will just, if you put your hands under your bum cheeks, I suppose, you'll feel that that tilts the pelvis and it makes that flattening a little bit easier. So for anyone who has this arch and really pulling that pelvis into the posterior tilt is a problem, towel or whatever underneath the bum can just give you some assistance. Okay, so pressing, bracing, holding that there. We're going to spend some time first and foremost into pelvic floor exercises. Okay, so you're going to look as though you are lying on the floor doing absolutely nothing. That's what you're going to look like, right? But you're going to be working pretty hard. So bracing through that belly. Now your pelvic floor. We're going to do 2 different sets of exercise. One is going to be a lift and a hold, and we're going to hold for about 10 seconds. The other exercise is going to be rapid succession. What you should look like is this. Stop what you're doing. Look at me. Get real close to your phone, your tablet, whatever it is. Look at me. You ready? Are you watching? Can you see it? Can you see it? No, you cannot see anything. This is what we want, because all the exercise you're doing is internal, yeah? There should be none of this. Have a quick check. I'll just move my hands out of the way. There should be none of this. There's no thrusting, there's no squeezing, there's no any of that. No, 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 no. We are steady and we are still. Okay? So, first of all, what I want you to think about, if you've got blokes nearby and they're, oh, actually this applies to blokes, but I suppose your analogy is a little bit different. Men should do pelvic floor work too. Okay? So, if you are with children nearby, maybe just be conscious of the terminology that I might use or the analogies I'm going to give you. Okay, because I'm just going to say it how it is, right? Okay, you're lying here. You brace through your belly button. Now I want you to pull up on the butthole. I know, I said it. Pull up the butthole, okay, and now imagine that feeling of that lift through your bum hole. I know. Coming all the way around to the front. So you bring that sensation of the lift all the way around to the front and we're sucking up. It's like you're in a really public space, there's no ventilation and you have a big trump and it has to come out, but you're going to hold it in because you're polite, yeah? You're polite, so you've got to suck that trump up. Hold the fart in. That's what you're doing. Now you're lifting and you're holding, and I want you to hold here and don't do anything else. Lift and hold. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. I don't like that trump out though. Okay, just relax. Take a breather. Take a break. We're going to do that exercise again. So this is a slow and isometric hold. This is a long hold. Yeah? Okay, so we're going to go again. I promise this will be the last time I give you the suck your bum hole up analogy. Okay, because what I'll do is I'll just say pull up on your pelvic floor. But just to make sure, we're bracing through that belly. So we've created this internal pressure in the abdomen. We're sucking up the bum. We're lifting that part of the anus. We're coming around the front, lifting the whole way, pulling everything up and in. Quite a lot of internal pressure is building here. We're holding this. We're holding this. Stay here. Hold. Hold. Keep holding. You're nearly there. Stay lifted. Stay lifted. If you can't stay lifted, you need to do this on a daily basis. Hold it. Hold it and relax. Good. Whew. Feeling tough yet? Okay, we're going to do one more set. Have a break, have a breather, and then you're ready. Brace through that belly, squeeze it all in so you create that internal pressure. Lift the pelvic floor up. You know what you're doing now. Lift it all up. Lift it, lift it, lift it and hold. Hold, don't let go. Keep that internal pressure, keep that lift, you're nearly there. You're going to hold it for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Whew, good. Excellent. If that was a challenge for you, at the end of this workout, I will explain to you how you can use your pelvic floor exercises to make that better, to strengthen your pelvic floor. If you have any leakage or any issues like that, I'll tell you how you can use exercise to do that too. Okay, second exercise, pelvic floor. Same process as in create that internal pressure and then suck it all up. Yeah, so that lift of the pelvic floor. But we're going to do 10 really quick successions. So we're going to pull up, we're going to release, we're going to pull up, we're going to release. Yeah? Okay, so are we ready? Here we go. Lift, release, lift, release. Now keep going through that process. As you're lifting, I want you to be really conscious and aware that you are pulling up from the back passage all the way around through to the front. Okay, now like I said, men who require pelvic floor exercises, it is very, very similar. Okay, so it's kind of like pulling a zip. So a zip from the back all the way to the front. It's all zipping up. 2 and 1. Have a rest. Good. Excellent. We're going to do that one again. You ready? Let's do it. Here we go. Lift, release. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, and 10, and relax. Well done. Okay, pelvic floor exercises. Tick, yeah. When we do the exercises with the weight, you're going to activate that pelvic floor. So first exercise, pick your weight. What if I just picked up 1.25? My water bottle's heavier than that. I'm going to go for my water bottle. Okay, so brace through the belly, lift the pelvic floor. Your weight comes up above your head. Feet are flat on the floor. We're going to go into a pull over. Take it over, holding and bracing through the belly and bringing in. This is your moment. This is your opportunity to focus into your abdomen. Lift that pelvic floor, press your back down. This is the warm-up set. Okay, so feet stay flat down to the floor for 2. Last 1. Keep that internal pressure on the abdomen. So hold all this here. Hold it. We're coming into set 2. Same exercise. This time I want you to make it harder. How do you do that? You lift your heels off the floor, or you're taking your tippy toes. What you're not doing though is you're not lifting this leg really, really high. It's just a little bit of a lift of the toe, okay, or the heel and toe. So are we ready? We're going to take the heels up. If you're taking the toes off as well, hold it. You'll instantly feel more work in your abdomen. And then we come back for 1. Good job. And 2, brace that belly. Do you feel the difference? It's much harder once you've taken those feet off, yes? That's 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 2 more, 9, last 1, good job. Rest the feet down, breathe, have a relax through your belly. We've got 1 more set right there. Same thing again, make it more challenging. So this time you've hovered the feet off. Keep them quite low to the floor, but make it more difficult by taking the thigh and pushing it away. Your foot is still like, I don't know, what, 5-6 centimeters off of the floor. Okay, so it's not up in the air. It's still down nice and low. Are you ready? Terry, how you doing? Are you ready for this? Let's go. Heels lift, belly braces, heels and toes if they're coming, thighs further away. Wow, what a difference. Let's take that arm, go for 1. Oh yeah, 2. Feel the difference there? Really having to work hard to keep that back pressed down to the floor. You know that this progression's too much if you're not able to maintain connection of your lower back to the floor. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome, relax. Wow, that final progression there was really hitting the nail on the head for me. For those of you who've been doing the 30-day challenge, that first heel lift may well be enough because your abs are going to be fatigued too. Okay, so just take it to where it feels most appropriate. Okay, so this next set, the weight goes above your chest. Okay, but what we're moving this time, arms stay steady, it's the legs that are going to move. All right, so we're here. We're going to have the feet hovered above the floor and we're pressing the heels away from us. Okay, arms stay above the head. What we're doing internally, we're pressing that belly down, drawing that pelvic floor up, we're creating that internal pressure. Are you ready? Let's go for it, shall we? So weight above you, press and connect your back to the floor, heels lift. This is option 1 if you want to. Otherwise, we take one leg out and back, same side, 2 and 3, same leg, 4, 5, 6, 7, keep that same leg going, 8, 2 more this side, and then we go straight to the other leg. Good job, swap it over for 10. So you've swapped legs, 9 and 8, 7, 6 and 5 and 4, 3, 2 and 1. Well done, rest up. Whew, I needed a big breath then, I don't know about you. Whew. Rosemary, I know you do this on demand. Oh, how was that bit? Goodness. So, level 2 or set 2, same movement. If you want to make it more challenging though, this is our start position, okay? And we move that leg, right? So that's the start position. If you want to make it more challenging, your start position of the legs, push them out. Not a lot. It will feel really challenging. Okay. Are we ready? Brace and lift, legs up. Push those knees a little further away, and then we start one side. We go out for 1, 2, oh yeah, 3, 4, you feel that, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 2 more, 9, and 10, good, other leg, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. Woo! Relax. That was a toughie. Okay, third and final round of that exercise. So you have 2 options, okay? You either stay with what we just did, but you do 5 on one side, 5 on the other side, or your third progression in this set is to take both legs out and back. When you take both legs back or out and back, be conscious of how close you bring your knees to your chest. The closer you bring them, the easier it is. So it kind of defeats the point of being a progressive strengthening movement. So yeah, just be aware of that. Are you ready? Let's do it. We've got this. We've got it. We've got it. Okay, weight is above your chest. Braced, lifted, legs, push those feet out a tiny bit. Oh my goodness, and extend for 1, 2. If you're doing single legs, you go for 5. We're on 4, 5 single legs, swap legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, rest it down. Wow. Whew, yeah. I felt that one. Did you feel that one? I'm just going to have a little slurp of my drink, but that means I'm going to reduce my weight. Oh, hang on. That didn't work right, did it? Okay. Ooh, feeling that. Okay. Exercise number 3. The arm position is the same, so your weight stays above you. We're going to move the legs. Okay, so the legs are going to be moving side to side in our windmill or windscreen wiper movement of the legs. Challenge each round, however, is coming from the weight. So we start round one with the weight directly above our chest. So this is round one. The legs will be here. We come over and back and centre. Yeah. Round two, we take the weight further back. Round three, we take it back further. Okay, now, just a little note for the people that are not live, but I know we'll be doing this on catch up. Shoulders, be mindful that you are taking that weight over and you are holding it for 10 repetitions. It'll be 5 one side, 5 the other. So you're going to hold it. So I know you know who you are, okay, but for those shoulder problems, just be mindful that that weight is there. So maybe start with a lighter weight before you up it, okay? Right, I am going to take my heavier weight for this one. So when you're ready, connect in the abs. Belly is braced. Lift and pull up on your pelvic floor. Your weight starts directly above your chest. Into 90 degrees. We go over 1, come to center, over 1, come to center. That's 1 rep. Here we go. 2. Good. And 3. Nice work. 4. Bracing through that belly. Good job. 5. Squeezing the abs to bring you back into center. 6. Good job, good job. 7. Nice. Ooh. And 8. 2 more. 1. Last 1. Come to center. Are you still in your original start position, or did you slide halfway down your room? I really had to stop myself sliding down. I did buy a new pair of trousers the other day. Worst purchase ever. They're Puma, I think. But I did were we doing yoga? I can't remember. You'll find it on one of the videos. But they were the slippiest trousers I have ever had. I literally fell off the mat. I mean, how is that possible, right? Crazy. Okay, so remember, this time, progression level 2, we take the weight from directly above the chest and we take it back. That alters your center of gravity, so you have to work harder in your abs to keep yourself there. If you're out there, so you've taken your weight over and it's straining those shoulders, either bend a little bit in your elbows, okay, or just take the weight away and just use the weight of your arms, right? Okay, so arm weight, it still shifts your center of gravity. Here we go. Set number 2. Weight above and then slightly back. You will already feel this has added some increased work before the legs even lift. Lifting, and let's go over one side and then the other. 1 rep. Beautiful. 2. And 3. Good effort, good effort. It's pretty tricky. 4. And 5, I'm sliding down the mat. So if I disappear out of view, I'm still going, I promise. 7. No, we're on 6, we're on 6. This is 7. Good. And 8. And 9. Last one, 10. Woo, come to center, sit yourself up. I'm coming back, I promise I've not left you. All right, well done. Feeling okay? Feel that working around the side of those abdominals, the waist, and also really deep into those rotational muscles of the spine too. Okay, third progression is to take that weight further back. Remember, it's not necessarily about the weight, it is about our stabilization when we have moved the center of gravity. So we are just increasing that lever length. Your arms alone without a weight will do that. So if you've got a shoulder problem, remember that that's an option too, yeah? Okay, let's do this. Let us do this. So come down. Weight goes up. Brace the belly. Lift the pelvic floor. Go back to your setting for set number 2. And then take it a little bit further. You are going to feel more muscles of your back engaged this time. Okay, legs up. Here we go. 1. And 2. Now that's a nice level of effort. That's pretty challenging. 3. Feeling that work all through the back to get these legs over. 4. Oh, I like that one. 5. I am sliding. Are you sliding with me? 6. Are we disappearing down the room? And 7. And 8. 2 more. You're nearly there. 9. Oh, I've hit the sofa. 10. There we go. And release your weight. Ooh, how was that? Let me come back, let me come back, let me come back. There we go. How was that? That was nice, wasn't it? I like that. Good effort. Okay, when you're ready, bring yourself up into seated. So in seated, we still want to activate that pelvic floor, okay? So we've sat up, have that weight nearby. We're going to do the same pelvic floor exercises that we did lying down, but now we're sat up. Watch your screen a second. If you look like this, and you're lifting up and down, what's happening is you're squeezing your bottom, and your pelvic floor is not really doing anything. So you should look like you're not really doing anything. So again, I'm going to use that same analogy. You're going to lift up your bum hole. Okay, you're squeezing that trump in, and then you're zipping that lift all the way around the front. So try it. Lift it and squeeze it. Someone once said to me, imagine that you're lifting up or you're sucking up some spaghetti up your bottom hole. Yes, that is true. That's what was told of me. Okay, right, now you've lifted. Imagine saying that in a physiotherapy exam. Okay, so suck the spaghetti up your bottom hole and suck it all the way around the front. Right, so we've sucked and we've lifted. We're holding it, we're staying here. We're just holding it. It doesn't look like anything's happening, okay? We could look like we've got a little bit of an Om Shanti happening, but we don't, because we've lifted and we are increasing that internal pressure. And then we're going to release. Whew. I needed to breathe. Okay. So that lift and hold for about 10 seconds. Yeah, we're going to have a little bit of a rest. And then we're going to do it again. So you ready? Lift all the way around to the front. Hold it. Hold. Keep holding. It's getting windy outside. Hold it. And release. Whew. One more set of those holds, and then we're going to go into that fast set of 10. Okay, same movement, just a different hold. Ready? Here we go. Up, lift, hold it. Keep breathing. If you stop breathing when you do this, not a great idea. Keep breathing. Good effort. Release. Okay. All right, now we're going to do same movement, but 10 quick successions. So it's like suck, 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 suck. Okay, are you ready? Remember, if you start bouncing, something's not working. All right, so if you're bouncing, you're not working the pelvic floor properly. So we should all just look serene and meditative. That's a tricky word. Are you ready? Okay, in your own time, 10 of these. Really give it a good squeeze at the top. Okay, you want to give that pelvic floor a really good squeeze. And about there, rest, take a breather. If you can't get to 10, or you're feeling like they're not really great quality, or that hold of 10, If they're not that great quality, as you come towards the end, you know that you need to be strengthening these, okay? Okay, those adverts annoy me, you know. Do you know that advert? That, oops, a little bit of urine leakage. Do pelvic floors, lady. Okay, you ready? Let's go, do it again, in your own time. Lift it up, give it a good old squeeze. These muscles need working. Do a few more, you're nearly about 10. And then have a quick breather. Good effort. Okay, activation of your pelvic floor feels slightly different than when you're lying down, but now we know. So we're gonna do that with this weight. Okay, so the weight, remember, is about moving us off of our center of gravity. First exercise, I'm just gonna put it there as I do it. You're gonna come into V-sit. Yeah, we know the V-sit. We lean back, we're holding the weight. What we're gonna do is we're gonna shift to side, back, side, and forward. So we're drawing like a little square, but we're not coming so far forward that we're directly shoulders over hips. So it's that V-sit position, but we go back, across, up, back, across, up. Yeah. Are you ready? Okay. Suck it up, girls. Suck, and boys, suck it up. Suck it all up. Okay. Come over to the side briefly. Go back, side, up, back to the side and up. Back to the side and up. So you're drawing, it's not a big square, okay? You've not got a big box that you're drawing, it's a really little one. But as you do this, and you keep that nice long length through your spine for that V-sit, you're gonna feel different fibers of your abdominals, of your erector spinae muscles, your quadratus lumborum, all these beautiful, important muscles that stabilize us, that give us good posture, that keep our balance, they help our balance, yeah? We are activating those muscles at different intensities through this little tiny movement. Okay, twice more. We come back, over, up, back, over, up, and then take a break. Have a little rest. Excellent. Okay, so there we drew a little square. This time we're not going to draw the square, we're going to go for a circle. So what we do is we start off this time sat up nice and tall, long. Okay, so if I come to the side, you can see me here. Shoulders are above the hips. In that last exercise we started here, the V-sit. This time we're in this position. This is the top part of our circle. So we're going to go from here and we're going to draw a circle. And then we're going to go back the other way. Yeah. It's a little bit more challenging. Weighted or not weighted, up to you. Okay, your body is going to change your center of gravity anyway. So starting this one this time, shoulders above those hips, lengthen that spine. If you're down here, lift, 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 lift the chest. Let's draw a circle. Oh my golly, good job. And the other way. Oh, that's my, the abs are working really hard kind of voice. If you've got this on speaker and there's anyone in the room nearby you, they're going to be like, what on earth are you listening to? That's what they're going to be thinking. That is, oh, good. Round we go. Whew, are you shaking? I've got a little bit of a shaky happening here. A little shaky. Whew. A little shaky. You can really afford to go all out on this one, okay? Because this is your last exercise. So if you want to make your circle a little bigger, go for it. Really challenge yourself. In English, that was really challenge yourself. Okay, one more each way. Are we ready? Here we go. Round and round and round and round, really big as you can take it. Whoa! Ah, pop that weight down and have a breather. You are done with that weight, okay? Doesn't mean that we're done on the workout. We're very close to it, but we are done on the weight. Well done. Okay, so what I want you to do now is I want you to change your position. You're going to lie down on your front, okay? So come down onto your front. Move that weight out. I'm keeping my head up just so I can, in fact, I'm going to come sit up, just so I can speak to you. Your head is going to be face down on your mat. You're going to be flat down, face down on the mat. You're going to brace up through that belly and pull in and up on that pelvic floor. It will feel different than when we were lying on our backs, and it will feel slightly different to when we were sat up. But I want you to activate that pelvic floor by pulling up through the bum hole, all the way around the front, lifting it all up, and then sucking up through the belly button as well. Create that internal pressure. Hold it. Do it now. Do it now. Lift and hold. Lift and hold. Okay? You're holding that position. You're face down on the mat. You're holding this position for me, bracing through this belly, squeezing it really nice and tight. Hold this position for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Whew. Take a breath, okay? Take a breath. Now you've got your base position, okay? You're going to be face down, so you can't see me anyway, so I may as well sit up here and talk to you rather than talking into a mat where you're not going to hear anything. Okay, so you're going to set up, same again, facing down, brace through that belly, pull up, all the way up through that pelvic floor, create this internal pressure, breathe. And now pull your shoulders up off of the floor. Your pubic bone is pushing now into your mat. Your chest is slightly lifted off the floor. Hold this position. Hold it, head looking down. You're still looking at your mat. Hold it here, long through the neck, through the spine. You're braced through the belly. You've got a couple more seconds. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good job. Well done. Excellent. One more exercise. Okay, that's it. Then you're done. Okay. Option. You can use the same exercise you just did. You've brought that chest a tiny little bit off the floor. Okay, that's your option. Or you can increase the lever by extending the arms overhead. So maybe they come up just a little bit more, or all the way out. Okay, going to extend through or strengthen through the muscles of your spine. You're going to suck in on the belly. Okay, try not to push the belly into the floor. Are you ready for this? Take a big deep breath. Lift your pelvic floor, brace your belly. Head is looking down at the mat. You're long through the spine. You're going to exhale and lift the chest off the floor. Lift and hold. Hold it here. And if you want to take those arms up and over your head, you're going to hold wherever you may be. Chest is lifted, belly is up, pelvic floor is lifted. You're holding here, holding here. Stay with me. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Ooh, relax. Well done. Well done. Take a breather, take a breath, get a drink. Okay, you have done an amazing job. Absolutely fantastic. Well done. So, no fast movements, no like super sweaty workout there, but that was very, very focused on your internal abdominal pressure created by active pelvic floor, by activation of your TVA band, okay? And that is really going to work and strengthen all of those abdominal muscles, but the core muscles, of course, are those strengthening muscles for your posture, your spinal muscles, all here through the back, around your waist, the TVA, your internal and external obliques, okay? They're all going to work. Good. Now you've got your ab challenge. Well done, Terry. Terry, if you want to go off and do your ab challenge, you go for it. I'm just going to give a brief exercise recommendation for anyone who found the pelvic floor exercises specifically challenging, that they fatigued. Maybe symptomatically you have a bit of urine leakage. You you laugh and you have a little bit of a leakage type of incontinence issue. It's fine, it's quite common, but it doesn't have to be, because we can exercise it. So 2 types of exercises that we did tonight are the ones that you would do if you, for instance, would see a pelvic floor physio. Okay, and the prescription that is frequently, I'm not saying always, but that is frequently used because it is based on evidence, is 2 different types of things. We want to go fast with that pelvic floor, yep, and then we want to come slow and we want to lift and hold, lift and hold. So my advice to you is start by doing fast exercises, aiming for about 10 repetitions. Do 10, have a break for a minute, do 10 more, have a break for a minute, and repeat that up to, say, anywhere between 5 and 10 times, okay? And then also lift and hold for 10 seconds, have a break. A decent break, not a quick 2-second break, but a decent break, okay? And then do it again, and then have a break, and then do it again, and do that for 10 times, okay? Every day those exercises they are not building a bicep, they are preventing you from peeing your pants. So those are the kind of exercises you got to do every day, okay? So Terry, hopefully you are in your ab challenge, but if that was useful to anyone, then I'm really grateful that you were staying on and watching it. If not, well, there you go, you've got a bit of information for the future. Okay, right, well, thank you guys for joining me live. Thank you to all my lovelies who do this on catch up. I really love the catch up girls as well, and I'm so appreciative that you're all doing this with us, and I'll catch up with you all sometime soon. Mwah! Later. Bye.